Start with Venezuela. Former Venezuelan opposition candidate Enrique Marquez, who opposed Nicolas Maduro in the contested 2024 presidential election, has now been released from prison. The release comes amid a wave of prisoners released by the interim Venezuelan government under pressure from the United States. Venezuela's leader and Nobel Peace Prize Maria Corina Machado has hailed the release of political prisoners thereon, saying it showed that injustice would not prevail in the country. Meanwhile, the White House has said that Venezuela's first major prisoner release since the ouster of ruler Nicolas Maduro is because of maximum leverage applied by US President Donald Trump. Now, for this discussion, we welcome retired Major General Dr. Rajan Kochhar. He's a senior strategic and international affairs expert, joins us live from New Delhi. Thank you very much, Major General Doctor, for joining us once again. Good to see you. Now, thank you. Now, looking at this, can you tell us a little bit more about the political opposition leader who was held in prison, of Mr. Enrique Marquez?
You see, he's a former presidential candidate in Venezuela, and this is a very important development because when we relate to things like regime change and when we look at the political scenario of Venezuela in the future, what Trump intends to do, I think this is the first signal that he's trying to carry out pressure on Venezuela to release all these prisoners, political prisoners especially, who are part of the opposition parties, because it is unlikely that Maduro's supporters are going to be projected much in Venezuela, and Maria Corina Machado, who's also a part of the opposition leader, Nobel Peace Prize winner, she has also publicly welcomed this release as a positive step. We have to understand one important thing, that in the coming months, President Trump would like to consolidate the political situation in Venezuela. He would like all these opposition leaders who have been released now to make a pitch now, because I think most probably the elections are going to be held in Venezuela, though as per the constitution, if a president of the country is absent for more than 30 days, they have to elect a new leader. But then I think President Trump has put a hold on that election as of now, because he wants more time to prepare the political scenario in Venezuela, because the ultimate aim is that to keep China and Russia out, because that is the ultimate aim of Trump. And not only in Venezuela, we are seeing the same kind of strategy being applied in Greenland, and also a strong message has been given to Cuba and Colombia to also fall in line. I believe the Colombian president is also to meet Donald Trump for a discussion. So I think a clear indication that strategically also I feel that this is a very strong move, and also from the human right consideration also, I believe international human rights groups have also cautiously applauded the release of this high profile detainees, because look at the way Maduro was governing this country. He was more like a dictator rather than a democrat, and the legacy of the previous president he was carrying on. After all, he was a prodigy of the earlier president of Venezuela. So we see certain operational dynamics now happening in Venezuela, because this release is going to bolster the morale of the opposition and the political capital, and and it could also bring in how United States is able to leverage this present government also, because this government has ordered the release of this prisoner. So that means that this kind of leverage United States now has over the present government also, and this government also realizes that in case they have to be in some kind of a reckoning, they need the support of the United States.
Right. And how does, but from just my perspective, doesn't it complicate things more or further if you bring out not all, but maybe US is picking these people to free the political prisoners. He probably picking very carefully and strategically. Doesn't this complicate things with Rodriguez as an interim president right now, who seemed like she had support of U.S. for now, and then now U.S. also is eyeing a relationship with Machado?
Very good question, Suma, because you have correctly brought out that this has been a selective process and not all political prisoners en masse have been released. So that shows that United States has handpicked those people who can make a difference or who can put intense pressure on Rodriguez. Because see, the actually aim is that you want a regime, it can be a Rodriguez or it can be anybody else, to toe the line of the United States. Rodriguez is also getting a message that in case she is not going to behave, then there is an alternative available now, since these opposition leaders are in the open, and they will start canvassing and gathering Euro support. And I'm immense, I mean, backing of the United States obviously is going to be with them. So I think it's like a countervailing force. It is how the deep state of America works. If you would have seen in all other countries also, where the party in power is not towing the line of the United States, they are trying to push up the opposition, give them money, and other NGOs are also actually working actively. We have seen that happening in India also, that the opposition party and the NGOs are being influenced by the United States to push the government to accept its viewpoint. So I think you are very right that Rodriguez is also watching this development, and she would be also concerned that in case she is not able to deliver what United States wants to deliver, then she may be removed and there may be alternative available to be placed in her place. So I think that's a valid point, and I think a couple of months now we'll see how things develop there.
Yes, thank you for highlighting that, Major General Doctor. We will be eyeing that situation. Please stay with us as we come back.